Yes, otherwise I forget. Okay, I was saying that it is very important to use the correct connector. Are you already on page 12?
Pardon, 11 for us, maybe?
12, yes, 11 in the book. 11 in the book, 12 in the PDF.
I'm there.
Okay. You too, Mirta?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Great, great. There we have some of them. For example, it gives, the first example the book gives says, it very quickly becomes the norm for someone who works here. All these amazing benefits we have when you talk to someone else in another company, you suddenly think, wow, we are so lucky. What would you use there? Maybe, however, maybe since, maybe but, maybe and even though, despite. What would you use there?
I'm sorry, what is the number of the exercise?
4, number 4.
4.
The top on the page, grammar.
At the top of the page, that's it,
Great.
Mirta, yes, at the top of the
Perfect.
page. And what I have just read is in blue, okay, in a blue
Yes.
box.
Yes.
Okay. It very quickly becomes the norm for someone who works here. All these amazing benefits we have. When you talk to someone else in another company, you suddenly think, wow, we are so lucky. This is something.
It's possible, however.
Yes, it could be, however. Yes, very good. However, when you talk to someone else in another company, you suddenly think, wow, we're so lucky. Yes, very good. You can also use here, but when you
Yes, it's
talk
possible.
to someone
Yes,
else,
it's possible,
yes,
but
it is also possible. Here in exercise B, we have a list, a box with other connectors. We have as, consequently, despite, due to, even though, in order to, so as to, and therefore. And we have a chart with a result. I mean, we have to decide which connector we are going to use to express a result, a reason, a purpose, or a contrast. So, for example, to express a result, we can use so. For example, it was quite warm this afternoon, so I decided to take off my jacket. Okay, a very silly one. To give a reason, because, well, I took off my jacket because it was warm this afternoon. To express purpose, you can always use to. I decided to study English to travel in the future, okay? And to express contrast, I decided to study English to travel, but maybe I should also study French, for example, okay? Now here we have as, consequently, despite, due to, even though, in order to, so as to, and therefore. Where would you put as? For result, reason, purpose, or contrast?
As a result? No.
No. Try another one. For example, I can say, I decided to buy dollars as inflation is growing so rapidly.
Okay.
reason.
What am I express? Reason, very good. We use as to express reason. Can you give us another example, please, Mirta?
Consequently,
No. Give us another example. with
ah,
an
sorry. Sorry. I am studying English as I like to travel a lot.
As I want to travel a lot, okay, or I like traveling a lot, okay. Yes, I like it. Fran, can you think of another one?
I study French as I want to travel to visit Paris.
Okay, great. Oh, Paris. One day I'm going to travel to Paris. Yes. Consequently, what is consequently? What does it express? Result, reason, purpose, or contrast?
I think it's a concept. Results.
Result. Very good. Can you think of an example, Mirta?
Oh, okay. Tomorrow I going to go. I going to the company. Consequently, it's necessary I get up early.
It's necessary that I get up early. Very good. Very good. Yes, thank you. Fran, can you think of an example?
I hit my car. So no, consequently, I have to repair it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great, great. What about despite? What does it express?
A contrast.
Yes, contrast. Give us an example.
I went to the shopping center despite it was raining.
It was raining. Okay. Despite the rain, I would say. Okay. Yes. Very good. Very good. Very good. Mirta, do you have an example for us with despite?
Okay. I need to wash my car despite it's raining today.
Okay. Despite the rain again. Yes. Very good. Very good. You too. What does it express? Due to.
Due to.
A reason.
A reason. Give us an example, Fran.
I have to follow the rules due to is my obligation.
In that case, I would say because it's my, okay, due to, okay, due to is my obligation, you don't say that. Due to the obligation I have, or due to the rules the company has, okay? But anyway, good, good. That is the idea. Mirta, can you give us an example?
Okay. Due to I going to the company tomorrow, I need to ask the person with pick up me.
Okay, to pick me up. Yes, very good.
Me up.
I thought you would say I will have to get up early. Again.
Again, no.
I was expecting that. Okay.
I saw.
Okay, even though. What does it express?
Even though.
Result, reason, purpose, contrast.
Contrast.
Contrast. Yes,
Even
contrast.
though, sí.
Yes, even though. Examples.
I went to the party last night, even though I didn't want to go.
Okay, okay, great example, great example. And of course, I thought even though I had to get up early this morning, I'm having a problem today with getting up early. You, Mirta, can you think of an example?
Okay. Yesterday I went to the shopping, even though
Shopping center.
shopping center, even though
Yes.
I was very tired.
Okay, yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, in order to, what is in order to?
Result, a result?
Not exactly,
No.
no. In order
Purpose.
to.
In purpose, yes.
Purpose, very good. Yes, it is to express purpose. For example,
I clean my house in order to receive visits,
okay, okay.
visitors.
Visitors, okay, yes. Can you think of one, Mirta?
Yesterday I prepared a big meal in order to I receive my family.
In order to receive, not in order to I receive. In order to
receive my family.
Perfect, very good. Then we have so as to. Well, this is very similar.
The same.
So yes,
Yes.
so it's
Yes,
result.
it is the same. It is not result, but purpose. Okay, it is also purpose.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So in that case, you would say, Mirta, yesterday I prepared a big barbecue so as to receive my family. Okay.
Yes,
So it is
yes.
the same as in order to, and therefore.
A result.
Result. Very good. Give us an example.
This time of the day, I don't have imagination.
Okay, I can give you an example. I'm very tired. Therefore, I say goodbye. Bye. No, no, no. I was kidding. For example, you see, you don't need to think of something too complicated. It's just that, okay? If you go to page 141 in your book or 142 in the PDF, we have all the explanation and the uses of them. We can go to this page so that we use them correctly, okay? Without making any mistakes. Tell me when you are there.
Which page?
141. 141? No, 100, yes. 141 in the book or 142 in the PDF.
Okay.
Tell me when you are ready.
I'm there.
Okay. Yes? Okay. So, Mirta, can you read sentence number 1? That is the example.
Okay. I have, sorry, I have a job interview next week. So I have bought myself sweets.
A suit. A suit.
Suit,
You
sorry,
know what's
suit,
a
sorry.
suit? A
Yes.
suit. Okay, great. Okay, so is the most common of all the connectors to express a result. Okay, I didn't have lunch today, so I'm really starving. Okay, I don't know, I have a very difficult or a very tough exam next week, so I have to sit down and study. Okay, it's the commonest, the most common of them. But we can also use as a result, therefore, and consequently, which are a little more formal than so. Can you read the other examples, please? Sentence number 2, Fran.
It had showed hard all night.
It
As a
had,
result,
sorry. It had
yes.
snowed. It has snowed hard.
No.
Yes, sorry, I was, I am blind. It had snowed hard all night. As a result, the airport was closed until 11 a.m.
Uh-huh.
Continue?
Yes, please.
We regret that you do not have the necessary qualifications, and therefore, or consequently, we are unable to offer you the job.
Okay, here it is important that you give a situation. For example, it had snowed hard all night. Period. As a result, comma. After as a result, you always use a comma when you are writing, okay? The airport was closed until 11 a.m., okay? After, therefore, as a result, and consequently, you always have a complete clause, a complete sentence with the subject and the predicate, okay? Consequently, we are going to buy a new house. Therefore, you are going to fail the exam. As a result, all the students are having a new teacher. I don't know, okay? You have a complete sentence after those connectors, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to
Okay.
read. Can you read sentence number 1 in reason, please, Mirta?
I have stopped writing to her because as signs she never answered me.
Yes, answer. You say answer.
Answer.
The W doesn't sound. It is
Answer. Okay.
silent. Answer. And you say since. Since.
Since.
Since. Everybody says signs. I don't know why. It is since. Okay. Okay. Yes. The second one with the question.
Why did your boss resign? Because his wife was ill.
That's it. Okay. Because as and since are synonyms. Okay. They are used exactly as the same, in the same way. Okay. There is nothing strange or complicated with them. They can be formal, they can be informal. Maybe since is a little more formal of the 3, okay? But they are all synonyms. You can use them wherever. Because is always the answer for why. When you ask, why are you so angry? Because I had a problem, but never since I had a problem. No, the answer is always because. You already know that, right? Read example number 2, please, Fran.
Number 2, the plane was late because of the fog. Flight 341 has been delayed due to or owing to adverse weather conditions.
Okay. The plane was late because of the fog. Because of and a noun or and a noun. Okay, a noun. Flight 341 has been delayed due to owing to adverse weather conditions. Again, a noun. Okay, you don't find there a verb. Okay, due
Yes.
to and owing to are more formal than because of. Okay, that is the difference. Now, let's suppose after due to and owing to you want to use a verb, you have to use that. You use the complete clause. For example, for example, let me think of an example. For example, you can say, flight 341 has been delayed due to the fact that the weather conditions were adverse. Okay, so you say due to the fact that, there you put the fact that after due to, and then the clause. Or you can say flight 341 has been delayed owing to the fact that the weather conditions were adverse. Is that clear, or I'm making a mess? Tell me if you get it or not. I'm going to
yes.
write it on the board just in case. You can say, for example, the plane, we are going to make it simpler so that I don't get so long to write. The plane was delayed due to bad weather, due to the bad weather. Okay? Okay. We can use a verb after due to, but to use the verb, we are going to add the fact that. So we say, the plane was delayed due to the fact that, and there the clause, the weather was bad. Sorry. Do you get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mirta? Due
Yes.
to and a noun on or a phrase. Due to the fact that and a complete sentence. Okay? Or a clause. Right?
Okay.
The same happens, the same happens with owing to. Okay, the plane was delayed owing to the fact that the weather was bad. Okay?
Okay.
Any question?
No.
Okay, great. Let's go to purpose. Can you read number 1, please, Mirta?
I did language course to or in order to so as to improve my English.
That's it. To improve. In order to improve. So as to improve. As we have to there, immediately we need a verb. We say, where is it? Give me a sec. I'm looking for it. Here, you say, for example, I'm learning English to, because we have to there, you always use a verb, to travel. Okay? In order to travel. Okay? Because we have to here, the following word will always be a verb. You don't say, for example, I'm sorry. I'm learning, learning English. A little faster. I'm learning English too. I travel. No.
Okay.
Well, why is it doing this? Do I travel? No, 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 no. That's completely wrong. You never, never, never say this. Okay? Always after to, you use a verb. Okay?
Okay.
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 Can you read the second example, Fran?
Yes, of course. She closed the door quietly so as not to, or in order not to wake the baby.
You see? What kind of a purpose is that? It is negative. If we want to express a negative purpose, we use not to, okay? Not to. I try to be clear in order not to confuse my students, for example, okay? I try to explain, or I explain connectors so as not to misuse them. Okay? When the purpose is negative, you use not to. You use not before to. Is that clear?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Okay. Just in case you had a question. Can you read number 3? Can you read number 3, Mirta?
Okay, they moved to London so that she could see their grandchildren more often.
Okay, here you can use so that with can, with could, with will, or with would. Okay, so as the example says, they moved to London so they could see their grandchildren, or so that they could see the grandchildren. You can avoid that, especially in spoken English and when it is very informal, okay? That is why, just in case, I always use so that. And it becomes kind of automatic to say so that, you know? Or you can say also, I always take lunch box with me to school so that I can in the present have lunch at school, or I can say the students are going to have an exam next week so that they will be assessed in their learning, okay? So in this special structure, so that you can use can, could, that is present or past, will, would, that is present or past, okay?
Okay.
Read number 4, please, Fran.
I'm not going to tell Anne in case she tells everyone else.
Okay, in case is the same as in Spanish, you know, in case, por las dudas, you know, in case. So, for example, we are going to have extra exercises in case you don't fully get the explanation of the connectors, for example, okay? Okay, let's see contrast. Any questions so far with about purpose?
No.
Great. Let's see contrast. These are the last ones. Read number 1, please, Fran. We have a lot there because we have but, yet, however. nevertheless.
Nevertheless.
Okay, Fran, read the examples, please.
We enjoyed the concert, but the journey home was a nightmare. Agnes was attracted to the stranger, yet something in her head was telling her not get close to him. It's a really good idea. However, it may be too expensive. The moon shone brightly. Nevertheless, it was hard to find our way.
Okay, so here, we are contrasting two ideas, but of course it's the most common, and of course it is informal, okay? It's an informal way to introduce a contrasting idea. But it is the most common, okay? So it is the very first that pops out in our minds when we want to contrast two ideas. When we use yet, yes, it's very formal, and it is used in writing, literary writing, okay? Agnes was attracted to the stranger, yet something in her head was telling her not to get close to him. It is you can find it in novels or in poetry, plays, It's more used in literary writing, okay? However, and nevertheless, are also quite common, but they usually come at the beginning of the sentence, okay? You give a situation, and then at the beginning of the following sentence that will make a contrast with the situation, you use nevertheless or however. And usually when you are writing, they are followed by, not usually, always, they are always followed by a comma. Okay?
Okay.
You can use nevertheless or nonetheless, which is a synonym. I'm going to write it here. Where is it here? Nonetheless, yes. But nonetheless is not that common. Nevertheless is more common. Nevertheless is the same as nonetheless. Nonetheless. Okay. Any question?
Yes, one question. Yet is possible in Spanish is aún.
Yes, something like that. Yes.
But I remember
more than aún, maybe, because yet is aún, it depends on the context. Okay. For example, if you say, we haven't finished this lesson yet.
Yes.
No hemos terminado esta lección aún.
Yes.
But when we are contrasting ideas, it's not exactly aún. It would be more like aunque. Yes, aunque. Instead of aún, aunque.
Okay.
For example, in the example given by the book, Agnes was attracted to the stranger, yet something in her head was telling her not to get close to him. Agnes era atraída hacia el extraño, aunque algo en su cabeza le decía que no se acerque a él. You see? It's not aún, but aunque.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And remember that it is usually found in literary pieces. Okay? In a novel.
Okay.
In a play. Okay? Maybe some poetry. I don't know. It's more literary. Okay? You don't say it. You don't use it in spoken language. It's not common to use it in spoken language. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Any other question? I love it when you ask me questions. Really, really. No more questions? Read number 2, Mirta.
We enjoyed the film, although it was long. It's the same,
Uh-huh.
the Batman. It's very, it's a beautiful film, but it's very long. 3 hours.
I haven't 3 hours. The last
Yes,
Batman film? Wow, that's a
Yes.
lot. That's a
Yes.
lot. And
Yes.
you know, I don't like Batman very much. I prefer other superheroes, but not Batman. I prefer the very first Batmans, you know, films. The ones with, what's his name? George Clooney, for example. You know, the old ones, the very old ones.
Yes,
I
yes,
prefer
yes.
those ones. Yes, Fran is like, I'm so loved. Look at his face. Fran, I'm criticizing you.
I'm sorry, my little
No, it's
kid
okay.
was here.
Ah, okay. Yes, blame your little kid. Blame her. Poor kid. Okay, what do we have to know about although, even though, and though? They are synonyms, okay?
Yes.
Maybe you have to remember that even though is a little more, you give a little more emphasis there to the contrast when you use even though, okay? These students, well, actually, that happened to me today. Santino passed his oral exam, even though he never studies. You know, I'm emphasizing the contrast, okay? Even though it's more to give emphasis to the contrast. Although and though are the most common, both of them. And they are more used in spoken language, okay, than even though. And that's it, I think. Go on with number 3, please, Fran.
Number 3, in spite of being 85, she still travels all over the world. Despite her age, despite the fact that she is 85.
That's it. Okay. Look at this. When you use in spite of, I'm going to write it here on the board. Okay. When you use in spite of, you always use a gerund. A gerund is with ing, a verb with ing, okay? So for example, in spite of being welcomed, sorry, they were very bad treated, for example. Okay? In spite of being, in spite of studying for the exam, he decided to go out. In spite of, I don't know, working hard, he's always lying on his bed, okay? To give silly examples, okay? The same could happen with despite. When you use despite, you can you can use despite the fact that he needed the money, he didn't work, for example, okay? But you can also use the gerund there. You can also use the verb with ing. So you can say, despite needing the money, he didn't work. Okay, so in both, with in spite of and with despite, you can use the verb with ing. Okay, despite being welcomed, they were very bad treated, for example. Okay, despite being very well paid, he decided to quit his job. Okay, is that clear? I'm giving lots of examples because I want to be clear. And maybe I'm confusing you, I don't know.
No, it's clear.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry,
Yes,
the second sentence, despite the facts, in this
The
case
fact that-
the fact that we need the verb is not necessary ing.
No,
Because we have
when you use the fact that,
okay.
when you
Okay.
use the fact that, you don't use the verb in ing because you use the fact that. Okay,
Perfect.
and in all the cases you can use the verb in ing, or you can use the phrase in fact that. Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if it is perfect. Let's do the exercises. Okay, here in the same page on the right, you have the exercises. Okay, circle the right linker. Even though despite she's working really hard, I don't think she'll be able to catch up. Even though she's working really hard, I don't think she'll be able to catch up. Okay. Number one, how would you do number one? Okay, any of you.
We can me.
Yes. Yes.
We can afford to have a holiday this year, so we have got an overdraft at the bank. It's possible.
Okay, you know what's the meaning of overdraft?
Overdraft at the bank.
What is the meaning of overdraft? That's the question. Overdraft is sobregiro. No. When you have more money than expected, that is overdraft. I don't know how to say that.
Descubierto for us. Descubierto para nosotros.
No. You have more money. Let's suppose you thought that you had 10,000 pesos and you discovered to your surprise that you have 100,000 pesos.
Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, as.
Very good. As.
Yes.
How do you say overdraft in Spanish? Help me. As I don't have an account in the bank, I have no idea. Let me look for it. Overdraft. Yes, sobregiro.
Sí.
But sobregiro is something bad, isn't it?
Pienso que es como el descubierto. O sea,
girar
donde una cuenta con girar en descubierto.
Okay, yes. Sobregiro descubierto. Okay, later. Okay, yes. Let's move on. Number 2.
Question. But I don't understand the meaning. We can't, the sentence says, we can't afford to have a holiday this year.
It's impossible. Can't afford, it means that we don't have the money.
Yes, we don't have the money. We can, so we have to use as. We've got an overdraft at the bank.
That's it. Yes. Because we have an overdraft on the, yes, maybe I confused you.
Yes,
Because-
confused with the sentence.
Yes, but it was my fault because I thought that overdraft was when you have more money, and no, overdraft, I checked it when I checked the meaning in the dictionary. Overdraft is when you have a debt, una
Okay.
deuda, sobregiro, okay? So now it is, let's say, coherent, okay?
And yes,
We can't afford to have a holiday this year because we've got an overdraft in the bank. As here is a synonym of because. We are given a reason.
okay, yes.
Okay, sorry, my fault, my bad. Number two,
No, it's okay.
who's going to do number two?
Number two, could we rearrange my timetable? I don't have so many classes on Friday. So that I don't have so many classes
Yes.
on Friday. Okay.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Very good. So that I don't have so many classes on Friday. Perfect. Number three. Mirta. Come on, Mirta, can you do number three?
Okay. Okay, I got to the interview on time, due to the fact that my train was late.
Okay. His train was late, right? Anyway, he got to the interview on time. So it's not a reason. You have to contrast, two contrast ideas there.
Okay, I confused because I hear it in spite of. Okay, I understand. I got the interview on time in spite of the fact that my train was late.
Okay. Okay, yes, very good. Do you get it, Mirta?
Sorry?
Do you get it? Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Fran?
The restaurant chain has had a very difficult year. Nevertheless, they haven't had to close any of their restaurants.
Yes, very good. Nevertheless, very good. Number 5, Mirta.
He gets a good salary. Okay. He gets a good salary. So it's quite, so the job itself is quite monotonous.
It's not monotonous, it's monotonous. Okay?
Monotonous.
Not with you. Okay? Monotonous. Okay?
Okay.
And it's though, not so. Though. Very good. Though. Okay, great. Very well done. Now we have to circle again the better option. Okay? This time we have to pay attention if it is formal or not so formal. Okay? Let's see how we do it. For example, sales have increased over the last 3 months. Therefore, we will be taking on 5 new employees. Why therefore and no so and no not so? Because therefore is a little more formal, and we are speaking about economy. You know, you need to be a little more formal. Okay. What about number 1? Who dares doing number 1?
I don't know. Maybe, me. Sorry.
Okay.
I've been off work for the last 3 days. Owing to this nasty cough I got.
Okay, but you are
It's because of
this nasty cough I got. Okay, that's
Yes.
not a very formal sentence, so we use because of. Very good. Number 2, Mirta.
The organization has several financial problems and consequently have the staff had been laid off.
Laid off. Very good.
Laid off.
You say yes. Very good. And you say severe. Severe.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Severe.
very good.
Okay.
Yes. Number 3, Fran.
The company has reported declining sales this year. Nevertheless, they have so far managed to
Fill
No, number 5. No, number 4. It's okay. Sorry. I am confused. Yes.
Okay, I stopped it at the service station in order to fill up with petrol.
Yes, but you are speaking maybe to a friend. So in order to is okay, but you should pick a more informal language there.
Okay. Okay.
So instead of to, yes. Can you
To.
do it again, please?
I stopped it at service station to fill up with petrol.
That's it. Very good. Number 5, Fran.
I thought it was an amazing film. It was quite depressing though.
Though. Yes, I forgot to tell you this about though. We have though, however, although. The only one that goes at the end, that can go at the end of the sentence, is though. Okay? That's the only one that can go at the end of the sentence, as in this example. Yes, very good. Number 6 is for you, Mirta. Mirtis.
Okay, it has been announcing that the last march of the season has been cancelled due to the severe weather.
Severe weather. Severe weather. Yes, very good. Severe weather. Okay, yes, due to. Excellent. Okay. The following one is a little more complicated, let's say, because you have to rewrite the sentence, okay? The book gives you a sentence, for example, we only use energy efficient light bulbs. We don't want to waste electricity. You have to put both ideas together with the expression that the book gives you. Here, the expression is so as. So you say, we only use energy efficient light bulbs so as not to waste electricity. Okay? But this will be your homework. If you have time, do it as homework so that you can see it and think very carefully about them. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And we can call it a day. You know, when I was explaining the exercise, I wanted to tell you something and now it slipped my mind and I don't remember. Okay. Okay, that's it. Do you have any question?
No, it was clear.
It was clear. You, Mirta? It was clear for you as well? It seems it was. Mirta, was it clear for you? Oh. Okay. Okay, that's it. So I say goodbye. See you on Wednesday. Have a nice Tuesday. I hope your week goes smoothly.
We hope so.
Okay.
Okay. Have a nice
Goodbye,
day and see you on
guys.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye. Don't
See
forget
you.
your homework.
No.
Bye.
Goodbye.